everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of Chandler Unified's Communications Podcast. We're still working out the name of it, but my name is Stephanie Ingersoll. I am the Executive Director of Marketing and Communications for this great district.
And my name is Sam Incravaya, and I'm the Communications Media Manager and kind of oversee all things digital for Chandler Unified.
Awesome. Well, a little bit about who we are and why we're here. I have always loved public education, and it was so fitting that more than a decade ago, I was able to take my journalism background and put it with public relations for public schools. And I'm a proud mom of two boys that are in public school, and, we every day have teachers and students and schools doing amazing things, and that's what our job is to be the cheerleader, to celebrate what's happening in our schools and our classrooms. So that's what we're doing on this podcast, is really helping you know what's going on and be in the know, and also what's coming up.
Yeah, and I'm especially excited to be part of something like this with a podcast because, like you, I also have a similar background with journalism and storytelling. So I think that pipeline's real. But then what's awesome is we get to channel that passion into what we do here at Chandler Unified. And especially with a little bit about me, I actually am a product of the school district as well. So I'm very much a proud graduate of CUSD, and I just want to see us all succeed and the students and staff do such a great job of doing that on their own, that I just am happy to be even part of something like that, where we could tell those stories of, success stories that are happening in the district and amplify that message too. So
yeah, for those that may know or may not, Chandler Unified is Arizona's second largest school district. So that means we have 40,000 kids. We have 5,000 employees. We're also Chandler's second largest employer. And so we have strength in numbers. Like, that's how many stories we have to tell. 40,000 kids, 5,000 employees. So wherever we can tell our story, that is what our job is. And sometimes we think that everyone knows what's going on, but that's because we live in this world of hearing it all the time. I mean, truly, our kids and our teachers are doing incredible things. From, we're the top when it comes to ACT testing. We test for those districts that test 85% or more of their student populations, we are the top district in the country. We are ranking Arizona's best district again in 2025. We are niche best school district in Arizona, public school district in Arizona. Our schools are ranked by U.S. News and World Report. We have National Blue Ribbon schools. We have A+ schools. When you think of student success and you go out there in the East Valley community, it is true that they say, okay, that happens in Chandler Unified.
Yeah, especially with 49 schools, really large population, and just a wide variety and diverse set of people everywhere. It's awesome to see that.
Yeah. And what was your favorite memory in high school or in school being a Chandler Unified graduate?
Yeah. So I have a lot of great memories, to be honest, and that's not trying to be trite at all. I have a lot of really great memories, and I loved school too, so that helped. But one of them was in Santiago Junior High. I had really great teachers who were great at hands-on learning before. I think that was kind of like a key phrase, if you will. And there was this one time with our social studies teacher, he told us to make sure we dress up for almost like a field day. And we didn't really know what to expect, but we were learning about World War I. And there was an embankment on campus, and it was a great chance for him to teach us about how hard trench warfare was, where we had half of the class up at the top with water guns, and they also threw water balloons before any of us moved that were in the trench, if you will.
Yeah.
And we had to climb up it, and that was just the hands-on experience to see, like, that was a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
So,
and you have a memory of that however many years later, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, shout out to that team. That team was amazing at that school. So.
And that's what's happening in our classrooms every day. Memories are being made. It's not about the building. It's not about the shiny thing. It's the connections that teachers are making with their students, that the staff members are making with their students, that students are making with their friends. So much good is happening in our classroom, and this is another avenue for us to get it out there. So we're going to kind of jump into a few things that have occurred in the last month or so. But I think, Sam, you have something that you're supposed to say.
Oh, yes. No, before we get into it, we just wanted to mention, this is, of course, the very first episode. So we're really excited to see where this podcast goes going forward. And we want you to be part of that journey. So be sure to like and subscribe for this podcast and get all the latest updates from us here.
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Nextdoor. So we're going to still work out where this podcast is going to live. But hopefully you can turn it on through YouTube.
Or at least in all the places.
Yeah, when you're driving or walking across campus or just at your desk. But definitely news you can use. So what has happened in the last few months since we started? So we started July 16th. A lot has happened.
Yeah, a lot definitely has. So then we actually celebrated National Arts and Education Week. That was from September 8th through the 12th. And one of the events that kind of comes to mind, our schools our secondary schools experienced the district dance day at Castile High School. So that was pretty awesome because I believe they were able to go through a bunch of different breakout sessions and learn different varieties and styles of dance.
Oh, wow.
And then they were part of a show that was kind of the accumulation of all day, spending all morning with each other, and then being able to present a show by the end of the event. It was pretty cool.
In one
to
day?
see. Yeah, one of our photographers was able to go and really get some great images. So
Wow.
I'm sure those will be on social media somewhere soon
Yeah.
too. But that's one thing. And then we also have, at the time of this recording, we are going to have a lot of our CUSD choirs that will be singing the national anthem at the Diamondbacks game too tonight. So that is September 16th. And it's awesome because I think this is the second year in a row they're doing it. Last year was the very first, and there were over 20 of our schools there with their choirs, and we definitely took up a good chunk of the field on the run track, and it was pretty cool to see all of us come together. And it makes it's a reminder for yourself to see and realize how big our district is, and it's really awesome whenever we get to see all of our schools kind of come together in one place.
Oh, yeah. From fine arts to athletics to academics, there is something for everyone in Chandler Unified. We're hoping this phrase kind of catches on. We help you find your people and your path, right? And so another area we want to focus on is raising awareness around mental health. So September is Suicide Awareness Month. And for those who may or may not know, we have the Hope Institute of Chandler Unified of CUSD. And actually, it's a partner with us. It's next to Perry High School's campus. And the Hope Institute started in Cleveland, Ohio, and it really helps those struggling with ideas and thoughts of suicide. It's an outpatient. It's open to everyone in the community. It's not just for CUSD. So the Hope Institute is our partner, but we really encourage you to look them up on the internet, visit them. It really is changing lives, and we have that right here in Chandler Unified. And actually, we are having still in this month of September, the 2-year anniversary of that amazing facility. Can't believe it's been 2 years.
I can't either.
It has just gone by.
Press releases.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. So again, we try to put out our information in all the ways, but you may have missed it, and I totally understand that. So we want to make sure that we're putting it there regularly for you to know about. And then we had the Youth Mental Health Summit. This is our second one, I believe, maybe our third, but we had 165 students in attendance at this amazing event put on by the incredible Counseling and Social Services Department for Chandler Unified. We are lucky and fortunate that our district has invested in it from the top down. Every school has a counselor and a social worker. We have a very robust department that is committed to raising awareness around mental health and being there for all kids beyond just the academics, right? We have this amazing director who says, if you're sad, you can't add. And so bottom line, how can we support all of our students when it comes to mental health? If you want to share a little bit more about the summit.
Yeah, so then with the summit, what's awesome, I what I love about it is that the students are able to, first of all, hear from a keynote speaker, and then I think it's always a great kickoff to like the overall vibe of the event itself, and it kind of gets students warmed up a bit for what to expect for the day. But I especially love the breakout sessions that they're able to go to. So the students who do end up going to this conference, they're about like 15 students from our schools, and then they are specifically students who are involved in like the Hope Squads that are at their campuses. So they're also the students who are looking to lift up their peers, which I think is inspirational in itself. But then these breakout sessions are awesome. Like they teach so many valuable things like coping skills and how to deal with emotions when it comes to grief, and challenging themselves to overcome any challenges that might come their way throughout the day at school. And so it's just, I think, a valuable lesson to each of the students to be able to go through these sessions and take even tangible things home. Like one of the things I saw in the session breakouts was designing these trading cards that had coping mechanism skills on them.
Oh, wow.
And so I think that's awesome because a lot of the sessions, when you read through them, they have tangible things that they could take home with them to remember that day. And I think that sticks in anyone's mind, you know?
Yeah, we have Hope Squads on our campuses. We have Bring Change to Mind clubs. We have, kind of related, but we have the lead. Oh my goodness, I know we have Best Buddies. We also have the lead. We also have what do we have at the high school level?
There's a ton of different leadership opportunities for our students. So it could be anything from volunteerism with like National Honor Society, and sometimes those kids are looked up to. We also have different leadership clubs with like athletics. Some of them also have their own offshoots of like the captains and the clubs that feature all the captains from their sports. So yeah, there's a variety of different ways that students could just be involved and leaders in what they're passionate about, and connecting with each other in that way.
Isn't it always the case when you're like on the spot, you forget what you're thinking of? Like that is happening right now.
That.
So
no, it's all good. It's the first one.
It is. So that is really exciting. And we have a very strong web presence, not just for the district, but for our departments. So counseling and social services, their page is constantly updated with banks of resources for our families, our students, our staff, our community. So then I want to jump to our college fair. This is amazing, also put on by Counseling and Social Services. We have 100 plus college, university, trade school, military representatives filling the halls of Hamilton High School to talk to our students about that next step. But the amazing thing is we know that college isn't for every student. So you can come to this, check it out, meet with people, but then we also have a career fair down the road. But I want to talk more about this college fair. September 17th, and we're going to hear some sounds from that event here in a minute. But you were there last year, right? What did you see?
It was busy. When you say filled the halls of Hamilton High School, it was filled.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to see too, because you think of times when, I'm sure like you think about when you were in school, how school's so different compared to when you were in it. And even same for me, like I don't remember fairs like this ever happening. And I think it's a great resource because we have all kinds of different universities and colleges that are represented. But in addition to that, like CUSD, we really hold these 4 E's of value in our district. So those 4 E's are different pathways of success, like employment, enlistment, enrollment, and entrepreneurship. And I feel like all of those are perfectly represented in this event because there are many routes of success that students can take, and it's awesome to see that military branch representation too, because that I feel like didn't exist when I was
I got
in
to
school
talk
all the
to
time.
West Point last year.
Right, like that's so cool. And
That's
so
crazy.
I think that's awesome to be able to see that there, and I'm excited to see it just keep growing every year.
Well, we're gonna toss to that little Nat package on the sights and sounds from the college fair.
Hi, Chandler Unified. Welcome to the annual college fair. Hi, my name is Natasha Davis, and I am the Director of Counseling and Social Services. The purpose of the college fair is really to allow students the opportunity to explore post-secondary options. So we also have the military here as well. There's 125 total colleges and universities. for them to come and inquire about in the different majors. And so it's just really about learning more about your post-secondary options. It's maybe about FAFSA and other things that they would like to collect more information about.
FAFSA is going to be your application for financial aid. So you are going to fill out an application. The government is going to determine your financial aid eligibility, and this is going to be money that you can apply towards the college of your choice. Even if you don't apply today, it's a great idea to at least go to the website, get familiarized with the terms, so that in the case that you do decide to go to college, you'll have the money that you need to pay for your education.
Again, understanding what types of majors that might be available to them.
You can start as early as your freshman year.
Okay, because I know you guys do the Star Labs program.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if, like, you are participating, like,
Oh,
in this
yeah.
program?
How much does the school cost? Do I want to go in-state, out-of-state? So just exploring.
Right. So did you find that they're going to be also speaking in the main auditorium, right?
We passed by it at 6:45.
Okay. And you have the U of A smaller booth here. What are you looking at trying to major in?
Veterinarian.
That is so cool. We were meant to talk because that's what I wanted to do. And I'm superintendent of schools, right? But I originally wanted to be a veterinarian. But get those skills because you never know where you're going to go. What are you guys looking at? Which colleges?
She is looking at the Herberger program at ASU.
Awesome. And so you want to major in? Theater. I'm an alumni from there, so I'm a little partial. But I mean, the great universities here. Have you gone to others as well? Places of interest?
Over there at Embry-Riddle, and then I'm gonna try like study. Compare my options here at the U of A compare to
Okay.
other opportunities. But I'm mainly considering. I'm like weighing U of A probably more because.
Like not really sure at all what I want to do, so I'm just like coming to like get information and kind of figure stuff
Okay.
out.
Are you a junior
Yeah,
or
I'm a junior.
perfect time to do that, right? So you're looking at out-of-state opportunities too. In what area? What do you want to excel in?
I don't want to go necessarily like too far away from my family,
Good.
but
Like that. Mom likes that too. All right. And if we can support you with a letter or anything to the college of your choice, let us know. Okay. We'll back you up.
Very much. It was
All
very
right.
nice meeting you.
Good to see you.
Something that parents, students, even staff might not know is that every single one of our high schools has a college and career specialist. And they also have college and career centers, and this is where they can collect additional information about scholarships and learn more. Maybe something caught their eye tonight and they have additional questions. That would be the hub to access that individual and more information. Now, let's hear from some of our students.
Hi, my name's Jordan. I'm a senior and I attend Hamilton High School. Came tonight because I'm not so sure about what college I'm going to attend, but I feel like Hamilton, and CUSD in general, provided a wide variety of colleges throughout the whole U.S., and I feel like my decision's getting narrowed down a little more. So I feel like talking to actual admission officers gives me more of an idea of what the school's about and what they really provide. I feel very grateful that I'm a part of such a district that provides me with these opportunities and actually kind of looking out for my future and beyond what the CUSD district provides. It's actually looking beyond that point in colleges and actually pushing me in a good direction.
Hi, I'm here at this CUSD College Fair, and my name's Callie and I go to ACP. I came out here tonight because there's a lot of colleges that are kind of far away that I'm really interested in, and I kind of just wanted to see and talk to someone about it before I have to kind of fly out there or drive out there to tour it or anything like that. I think it's been really cool to go up to the different tables and kind of see the different universities that I didn't really even know about or anything, and I think it's cool to kind of talk to a person face to face and get what they think and their opinion. I also really enjoyed how coming here, I see a bunch of people from my school, and it's just nice to see that I'm not the only one that's here. There's a bunch of friendly faces, and it's just really nice to know that everyone is here together and you really shouldn't be scared.
I go to Basha High School, and I'm here with my dad. It's been pretty good so far. It's a lot of fun. I'm interested in animation. I've been checking out a lot of animation universities.
Yeah, no, it's actually really cool. All these places in one place for us has been great because she can talk to the people that she wants to talk to. But also we found a couple new places that we didn't think, hey, would be of interest, but they're here and they've got some cool programs, so we're happy to kind of be about it. This is great.
I'm Jake and I go to Perry Harding. So just walking around for my first 20 minutes here, what excited me was the Chandler Gilbert Community College. So I do enrollment at high school, so that applies to me and it's interesting to me. think my plan A is to try to go into med or something like that. But honestly, if nothing works, then I'd either become a teacher or do music.
It was such an impactful night for CUSD students. Thanks for taking a listen to the CUSD College Fair Night.
And now we want to jump into our bulletin board, which we're calling it bulletin board because think of like what's coming up. You check out a bulletin board and see what's happening, what's available. So the big one that I'm sure people are really excited for.
Fall break. So then with fall break, that's already coming up from September 22nd through October 3rd. If you were curious about like future breaks and things like that, those are also on our website on the calendar too. So that's just something to note on there. But then we also have a care center anniversary too that's coming up. I can't believe 30 years. That's insane.
Yeah,
So
I mean, this nonprofit, it's one of our 3 nonprofits in Chandler. They everything from free dental, free eye exams, to a food bank, to parent and me classes, to parent classes, to any sort of support that a family might need is done through the care center. And so definitely be on the lookout for some amazing photos and videos of that 30-year anniversary and a look back at the 30 years because so much has changed and happened in those 30 years. It's hard to encapsulate in that one video, but we're definitely going to try. And then we have a lot of festivals happening around.
yeah, so then as a comms team, most of the time when we hear of events that are happening at our schools, we hear from them through like an email or through like a project request form link. So point is though is when we heard from Humphrey's Multicultural Festival, we heard about that. That's a great annual event that they host. And it reminded us too that it's also a great opportunity for any families to be able to experience the public festivals that our schools put in place because Humphrey and EPA are not the only ones that do it. They happen to do it very well, and so do the rest of our schools as well. So I just always encourage, like, first of all, if you hear of any events happening at your schools, we'd love to hear them. So that's something that somewhere in the description we'll mention a way to contact us through email. But otherwise, we hear of these events from our schools, and it's always a great chance to uplift that message that, hey, they're doing these great things to celebrate their campus, whether it's a festival through like a multicultural festival or even open houses that are coming up in the future. We just wanted to keep note that with the cooler temperatures out, we're going to see more outdoor festivals coming up too.
Yeah, and if you are an existing parent, family in the district at a school, check in with your school, check their website, check their social media, check their newsletter for these events. Great way to engage with your school. And then for those new families, it might be a great idea for you to come check us out at the Choice Fair. This is our school Choice Fair on November 5th. We'll have all 49 schools out there on display. And you not only can come if you're a new family, but if you're an existing family, check out your pathway. Maybe you're in elementary right now and you want to know where your junior high middle school is, we can point you in that path, or where your high school is. But we are the premier district of choice. And what that means is just because there might be boundaries for the school, you don't have to go to that school. If you want to go to DLI, dual language immersion at Bogle, but it's not your boundaried school, we have open enrollment. If you want to go to Perry or Hamilton because of their amazing athletics programs, Chandler High too, and it's not your home school, open enrollment. Kind of a fun fact, we have about 5,000 that choose to come to Chandler Unified outside of our boundaries. That's huge. That's amazing.
That's massive,
we are the district of choice, which is really exciting to celebrate. So again, November 5th, it's a Wednesday, and it is It is our School Choice Fair, second annual. And I'm just going to put a plug that the day before is Election Day. So we do have a special bond and override on the ballot. And you can get facts on our website, but also make sure to return that ballot on November 4th. So that's the day before. And then we have national exposure, which is so exciting. This national conference being held in Phoenix. They're sending attendees to visit 3 of our schools to showcase how we're implementing what we call Portrait of a Learner.
Yeah, and this has been in the works, I feel like, for such a long time, because I was actually part of a focus group that they organized filled with like community leaders, staff members, students, just a great variety of people who are involved in Chandler in some way. And that focus group was really awesome. It was hosted by Battelle for Kids, who's the conference that will be here. And it was awesome to kind of discuss things and even reflect for your own self, like about CUSD and like how people may recognize CUSD in the community and what words come to mind when you think of them. And it was awesome to be able to even help like bring design ideas to the logo that you may see around Chandler Unified for Portrait of a
Community
Learner.
input was involved for the creation of that logo?
Yeah, for that,
that's
and then
awesome.
even the specific traits too.
Wow.
So that was really awesome to see
Yeah.
and be part of. And we even have a nice video somewhere on the website as well and on YouTube talking about like testimonies of those people who were involved. So in my opinion, it was overall a really positive experience. And now it's accumulated to this big event that's coming up.
Yeah, and I'm going to put you on the spot. And if you don't know them, that's okay. I'll help you out.
No,
what
let's
are the
try
6 traits?
Let's try it. So it's global citizenship, or global citizens. There's also collaboration and critical thinking, adaptability, and I feel like I'm missing the last 2.
Communication and
which
empathy.
is ironic that I forget communication. But
So I find it fascinating that you started at the end and you went back and forth. I'm always in alphabetical order. That's how I remember it.
Yeah.
But good job. You got them there. And that's the foundation that we're hoping our kids leave Chandler Unified with, right? These are the skills. They're not the hard, fast, do this math problem, read this novel. These are how to be good citizens, humans, be able to be productive after they leave Chandler Unified, and we know we're just a part of their story, but we're a big part. Our kids spend 8 hours a day with us, sometimes more with us than at home because they're so busy with sports and clubs and enrichment and activities, which is so exciting. So we take that responsibility seriously and we honor it, and we hope that these kiddos that start with us in preschool and graduate with us after 12th grade, the 13 years, that they're ready for success. That's the true test of what we do here in Chandler Unified. And I think that's a great segue into, so if Portrait of a Learner is guiding our students, those are the skills. What guides CUSD? And what guides CUSD is our strategic plan. And we have 4 goals in Chandler Unified, and they are learning experiences, community engagement, innovative organizations, and culture. Truly, we are about providing opportunity where everyone thrives, opportunities for every student, and ways to modernize and maximize what we're putting forward so that we're doing the best with what we have. But also, one of my favorite phrases is student success begins with the us in CUSD. It is a partnership between the community, between the families, and so truly those are the 4 goals that everything we do in CUSD is centered around. Yep.
Yeah, and it's awesome too because with that strategy, I know that we're even super excited to present those strategies and those values to Battelle for Kids when they're here visiting 3 of our schools too, because you mentioned that a little bit. And so the schools that they are visiting are Knox Gifted Academy, Anderson Elementary, and Hamilton High School. And what's awesome about those set of schools is they've really embraced the Portrait of a Learner messaging and the traits. And some of them, like in Hamilton's case, they even went and without anyone really asking, one of our teachers made this initiative to be able to implement those traits and educate her students on how they could relate to those traits, and even created portfolios in partnership with our ed tech team.
I've been using learning goals and success criteria connected to our state standards and expectations to verbalize what it looks like to be successful in our classroom. This is what it looks like to meet the goal. And Portrait of a Learner ties really well with that because there's more than one way to show mastery of a goal, and Portrait of a Learner supports that opportunity of choice. I've been doing this work in my room, but it would be wonderful to have it spread out across the district because every student deserves to have these kinds of learning experiences, voice and choice. And so for them to come, these adults to come in, assistant superintendents, superintendent, academic coaches, technology coaches, all of these different adults to come in and see that this is what kids are capable of and that they these students can verbalize their learning in such a powerful way is a win. It's a big win.
It's something that is not only a focus amongst our students, but I feel like it's also a huge focus for our staff as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that is our first podcast in a nutshell. Again, we're figuring out a name, but we just want to remind everyone that we are Chandler Unified, where opportunity meets excellence.
And every story matters.
Absolutely. See you next time.